here at the site of former dubois High School. I think that it was built in 1919. Old African American school built back in the day. A lot of people don't know this. I think they still teach in schools, but a lot of people around my age don't realize this. But back then, schools used to be segregated. Whites and African Americans went to different schools. Nowadays, everybody goes to the same school, but this was built in 1919 by Samuel Dubois. And apparently it's one of the best schools in Fayette County. It's one of two African American high schools in Fayette County. That's what they say, but if you read the history, but technically there was more than two, because most of the coal camps have separate schools too. I knew somebody called me as soon as I started filming, somebody always does. See, the reason I usually have my phone off and I'm filming, this time I forgot to turn it off. I'll call him back here in a minute, and we'll just wanting to point this out. Apparently this burnt down in 1950. It was built in 1919. They had a great band and football team and stuff. And way before my time, apparently the school was destroyed by fire in 1950. And then the new one on the bypass, which is now known as Mount Hope High School, was the replacement from 54 to 56. Because I'm here just outside Mount Hope. I know they say it's the two in Fayette County, but then if you look, most coal camps have separated schools. Those two buckets have been there forever. I ain't know if they're probably, I ain't know those buckets would be worth anything. Probably not. They're just there. But there's the steps. Look like they're about to fall apart. But I just want to do a little history and talk a little bit about this. That's where the flagpole was for the flag. I saw the old photos. You had the flagpole here. Surprisingly, the two big, huge pine trees that sat in the front back in the photos was taken, they were a lot smaller. They're still here. Of course, there's a third tree. You know what photo? There's only two here. I don't know what year the photos were taken because it don't say what year the photos were taken. Old bottles. Yeah, that beer bottles are not that old. Thought they were, but they're beer bottles. Well, yeah, I saw the old photos and stuff. I just thought it'd be interesting in pointing this out. The side of the former dubois High School. I think I'll take the dirt road back. The band building was supposed to be up here a little ways. Okay, what's that metal pole? That's weird. Nope, nobody's been here. This house is still abandoned. I was in here once and it's been closed up, but nobody's been here. I was told this house is for sale. Oh crap, that's that creepy doll. I deleted the video since then, but when I first started my YouTube, I hadn't had it very long. I come up here. I come up to the house and I heard movement in there, and I came out and that doll was standing in the middle of the floor staring at me. Scared me really bad. Now the doll that's sitting in the middle of the floor that scared me so bad, it's now out here laying on a rock. But I'm not going to get in that house because it's clear I don't want anybody in there. But the band building for dubois High School was right there. It's a lot of history. A lot of people, some of the old timers that's still around that was members of the high school still talk about that. The memories of dubois. But I'm going to head on down. I could probably point out the new dubois High School in the distance in the video. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to follow the road back out. But down there's the dubois High School, which became, from 54 to 56, they replaced all one burnt down, became Mount Hope High School when the schools were desegregated, I guess is the word. When they was segregated, they got desegregated and everybody started going to the same school. Wouldn't be a bad view for the train from up here. Well, I wouldn't get a good, well, it wouldn't be the great view because I could see the tracks a little bit through the trees. Of course, during the spring and summer months, there's no way you'll be able to see the tracks. Huh. I wonder where that road goes. I didn't know the road kept going. I thought this was the end of this road. This is Dubois High School Road. Named because of the school. It was the back road that went up to the school. Although I probably won't be coming up here anymore. That house went for back taxes, but I don't know who got it. And I can't go very far up there. But the mountain, I'll point out the other school, and that's why in the videos, and I'll point out the other school. I'm just waiting till I get a spot where I can see it. But Mount Hope High School from 56, I think it's 2013, was the final school year, 2012-2013 school year. But for 2 years, it was Dubois High School. And then they desegregated. I never did find out where the original middle school for the city of Mount Hope was, because the middle school on Main Street in the middle of town, which is the middle school when I was growing up, was the high school before this desegregation, when the whites and African Americans went to the same school. So I never did figure out what the original middle school was. I just know my mom thought the one in the middle of town was the original middle school because it wasn't since growing up, but some of the stuff has happened even before her time. I've noticed an interesting history. This is something that a lot of people don't talk about, the history of the Dubois High School. I don't know a huge amount of history about it. I need to study more into it, so I'm kind of just saying why not. I actually mowed grass with a lady named Gloria that went there, was in the band and stuff, and she had a few stories but to tell. Of course, I never wrote anything down, any of the stories down, and she's since passed away. Unfortunately, this lady got the coronavirus and died back when coronavirus was just starting. That might be a train. And if it is, I'll film it. I can't tell if it is. Yeah, unless I hear the horn blow at the crossing, I'm not going to assume it's a train. I hear a lot of diesel engines and a lot of stuff that I think is trains. Turns out not to be trains. But I'm going to get into video here.